some sort of pain. You caused a permanent stain, which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear, I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here, the sound of deafening fear.
You gon' die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble, K-N-I-F-E, right in your side, you will never see me coming. You gon' die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble, K-N-I-F-E, right in your side, you will never see me
My
coming.
energy is next level, so damn you better be careful. I got an angel and devil, he snaps me straight.
Sandstorm, I fought it, though I wanted everything to do with what you give to me. Loosening my grip has pulled you into me.
Alright guys, how's everybody doing? Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me right now. Give me a 1 in the chat, please. I forgot how this goes. Can you hear me? Put a 1. Awesome. Okay, guys, so I got something I put together for you guys. Thank y'all for joining me. It's good to see you guys. Just got home from work. It's been a long day. I wanted to do this to get this live the other night and ended up having to go to a thing for my child, and we just had to put that off. Anyway, I think you'll really like tonight's live. I'm going to be talking about lifting the veil off the deep state, and I've got some really interesting stuff that I've put together for you guys. Let's see who's in here. Say hi to everybody right now. See, Music City, good to see you. Red, Holly Wise, to see you. Sarah Lee, always good to see you. Miss Tracy, Tuesday Low, Nancy Lippincott. Taylor with Stitching and More. Pink Lotus, Curse with Curiosity. I'll miss you guys. GC Queen B. I don't know how to say Rona, Ronne, Rice Snyder. Okay, Kathy. Greg, I tried. Don't get mad at me. Patty Ponytail, how are you? Sarah, you as well, my dude. Has anybody else had problems with drain flies this year? Fruit flies, whatever you want to call them. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. Anyway, let me get this first part started up that I made for this. And I just want y'all to hear this. Do y'all know who Bill Cooper is first? Has anybody heard of a guy named Bill Cooper? He's way ahead of his time. He wrote a book called Behold a Pale Horse. Hey, Mary Burks, how are you? Yes, I can't stand the thing. What was that just went doing? Something. Please don't tell me it cut off. But if you know who Bill Cooper is, put a 1 in the chat, please. Oh no. Don't start doing that. Hold on a second. Let me make sure this is all working. Do not start doing that. Okay. Dude, I cannot stand when that happens. Anyway. Okay, you've heard of that book, Behold a Pale Horse. Yeah, we're doing really good, and things have uh, just went in a direction that I would have never believed went that way. But we'll talk at that at the end. Um, and Marie Burks will put. I'll pray for you. I know medical stuff is just terrible to go through. All right, let me pull this video up.
Throughout history has been to teach a small number of people how to become adept at controlling everyone else. Their goal is to destroy all existing religions save theirs, all existing governments save theirs, and shackle the mob in a system of eternal oppressive debt chained to a computer for the rest of their life, in a propagandized world to make them believe that they are happy in this system. Now, do you think they're succeeding? Haven't I described to you just now exactly what is going on in the world today? Yes, they're succeeding. They're succeeding because the American people don't understand their enemy. They don't even know what's happening. There's a method to their madness. There's really not much method to yours, because you're operating from a place of ignorance. And until you change that, you're going to be bumbling around, bumping into each other, saying and doing the wrong things, not understanding the nature of your enemy. And if you don't understand the nature of your enemy and the weapons they use, you cannot fight that enemy. You can't fight the battle. You shouldn't even be on the battlefield.
All right, real quick before we continue on. Thank you, Holly, for gifting 5 memberships, by the way. Tell me this man's not ahead of his time, first and foremost. Second of all, I've got a lot more to show you, but this man was aware of things that we're seeing happen today back in the 80s. If you haven't wrote or read the book, Behold a Pale Horse, please do. And I'm sure Allie might give you guys a surprise hello before the end of this thing. I'll try. I'll do my best. So, if people are in here and you don't know what the deep state is, or the swamp in DC, it's known as the shadow government, right? These are people that they don't have any terms to their elections. They don't get elected in. There's no terms to their seats. They run the shadow government and a shadow military, and they do things like the prison industrial complex, the military industrial complex. And I'm going to show you all this. There's presidents that talked about this ahead of their time. I've got a lot of stuff that we're going to go over, and I think this will get deep, but it is people like this. You're right, Sarah. People like this get labeled as crazy, but the thing is, nowadays people can't call them crazy because it's all coming to pass. And thank the Lord that we have somebody who is brave enough right now to say he's going to get rid of all of the deep state and drain the swamp. Love him, hate him, he's brave. And I have my argument with this. People say, well, people said, well, Obama is going to be the Antichrist, or Trump's the Antichrist. There's a lot of people that hate Trump, and it says the Antichrist will be loved by everyone. And so I don't think that's accurate. But I have my thoughts on this, and I do not think Elon Musk is a very favorable person and doesn't need a lot of power. We'll just leave that there for a little while. Anyway, let's continue with this.
That's why you're losing the war. And don't tell me you're not, because I'm in a place of great knowledge about who's winning and who's losing this war. And I can assure you, you're losing the war. This country was founded by dangerous men. Amen. And the moment the people in this country cease to be dangerous men, it's going to be the day we cease to have a country. And I'm going to tell you right now, unless we can be successful in creating a real free press, where the American people get different viewpoints other than those expressed in the establishment-controlled media, there's going to be a civil war in this country, and it's going to come soon. The only thing that can stop it is by waking up vast amounts of sleeping people. Sheeple is what they are. They are following the Judas goat right into the shearing pens, and from there they will go to the slaughter, and they will not know that anything is wrong until they smell the blood of the sheeple in front of them. Their whole
Tell me that's not right on point. Everything that he's talking about there. I mean, it's insane. Yeah, and that's exactly right. We have become sheeple. Well, a lot of people have. I'm not going to say we have. A lot of people have. But this is the next thing that I want to go into really quick, because I made this and put it together because I wanted this to follow right along with what I'm talking about right now. Right here.
Felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. We recognize the imperative need for this development, yet we must not fail to comprehend its grave implications. Our toil, resources, and livelihood are all involved. So is the very structure of our society. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes. We should take nothing for granted. Only an alert and knowledgeable citizenry can compel the proper meshing of the huge industrial and military machinery of defense with our peaceful methods and goals.
No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a
Spirit.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened at the end of that. But yeah, I've gone down the Bohemian Grove hole a long time ago. All the leaders of America, especially, well, not all of the leaders, but a big part of the deep state, go there and they worship the owl statue named Moloch. And they have feasts and they do mock sacrificing, if you want to say it's mock, because a lot of people have believed it's real. The controversial figure that people don't like to talk about, Alex Jones, actually snuck in and watched these things happen at the Bohemian Grove. It's if you don't know about it, you need to look into it. So yeah, so Sarah Lee, you know about the Majestic 12. Okay. This is my honest opinion. This alien invasion, why do you think this fake alien invasion, why do you think that the military and the government is starting to, but it only happens during a certain kind of president from a political party. They want to push this down your throat because they want to usher in a demonic day and age on this earth. CERN is opening up portals into different dimensions. It's very scary. But other than that, I'm gonna start. Let me see if I can pull up some other stuff for you guys. Please bear with me. I came straight in today, and I had to put this together at the last minute. See if anybody got anything they want to talk about. Let's see here. Okay, hold on a second. The which speech zigzag? I've listened to all of them. Hey, Rhonda Rodriguez. Yeah, okay, give me a minute. I might throw a link up there because I'd like to bring some people up. I want to talk about that too because if people don't think the Illuminati is real, listen, we're going to talk about something that has to do with the devil right now. He is the what? Prince in the power of the air, airwaves, whatever. You know, he's the angel of what? Music. What better place would he be a part of to be a part of the music industry, having, making people, normal people, just regular artists, be worshipped by all these young kids. It's crazy. Um, yeah, Diddy, he's being brought to, uh, his darkness is coming to light right now. All right, hold on one second. All right, there's a link in here for one person. I'm gonna make sure that you behave the first two before I let you up here. I got to see you in the background. We're gonna make sure everything's legit. Yeah, they have their underground bunkers now. They're all these billionaires and millionaires are building their. They do all this at each other's homes, and I got some stuff I want to show you as we keep going. But I want to see if he's going to take that link and come up. So the Freemasons. Okay, I believe there's. Okay, my grandfather was a Freemason. This was his issue with it. He said he didn't understand how people could do what they did at the Freemason temple and then be at church on Sunday and say they really. Now, you only get invited if you're, part of the up and up of your society. There's good people that are Freemasons. I'm not saying there's not. But the higher you get up into the Freemasons, the Knight Templars, the Rosicrucians, all that, the more that you're going to know. Yeah, I've got more. Hold on. We've got a lot more. I'm just seeing if Mr. Where is he? AK-47 is coming up here. I gave him a link. You coming up, AK, before I pull anything else? Up. Let's see here. If not, I'm going to go ahead and move on with my thing. Okay, you're good. Yeah, I'm not talking. There's good people that are Freemasons, but the higher you go up, it's all about what you do with any society you're in. I'm sure that, I'm going to show you a video right now. I'm going to look up actually. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. Yeah, y'all are going to think this is crazy. Okay. AK, you're not coming. Okay, so hold on a second. If he comes up, we'll start then. Here we go.
Lucifer, what is your problem?
Just that, sir.
Okay.
I'm a Christian, sir.
I'm pure and virtuous and wholesome and innocent. How can you say anything about me?
Are you going to be born again?
I am born again.
Did you just say that you were Lucifer?
I am Lucifer.
Okay, define Lucifer for me.
Pure, virtuous, wholesome, innocent individual that's out to help people.
Lucifer is?
Yeah.
Say that again. Lucifer is a pure, holy, virtuous. Now, is he the Lucifer that God created?
That's the same one.
Oh, man, this is great. I'm going to put this on the internet.
Oh,
Amen.
God bless you,
Amen.
brother.
Because that's exactly what the Shriners and Masons teach, is that Lucifer is light.
No.
And you're
about those
confirming
hospitals?
You know what, sir? Jesus said, many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, we did not do these good deeds in your name. And you'll say, away from me, you workers of iniquity. I never knew you.
Jesus said it?
In Matthew chapter 5.
Mercy.
No.
That's hard to believe.
So you're a Christian and you don't know that. Actually,
No, I really am.
you are.
Because I'm pure and virtuous.
You're pure and virtuous. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you're perfect without Jesus, right?
No.
Okay. Tell me about Jesus. Who is Jesus?
Well, he's my leader.
Is he the Son of God?
Yes, he
Is he the only worshipful master?
Yes.
Have you ever been called worshipful master?
No, because I've just been too busy. I've been working to help people.
What
like
kind of
you.
work? Okay.
Get out of here.
See, this is what a Mason confesses, is that Lucifer is light. Have you heard it?
What about that? What'd you think about that one? I mean, and it gets worse, but I've got some better stuff. I'm going to find this other one I just made today because I think it's very important that you guys hear it. I'm getting back used to my to doing lives again, guys. So, I mean, thanks for bearing with me. It's going to take me a minute to get back on top of breaking these things down like I used to. But, you know, it is what it is. And yeah, our family's doing great. We have our I didn't know what that said right there. My bad. Let me see here. Wouldn't it be crazy if Mr. Let's see if with this one. Watch that.
Don't leave. She likes the power, and he's told them F off. In fact, now he's not even following Obama's orders.
Do you think so?
Oh no, I mean oh yeah.
Jill's in charge.
Jill's in charge because he didn't know who he is. I mean, she literally, remember he walked out of the White House and said, "My butt's been wiped." I was told by the NYPD and Secret Service a year and a half ago when he went, remember he kept showing up late and changing clothes like 3 times, that when he gets mad, when he goes in these weird, because they get him on speed and a bunch of stuff to roll him out and hope it's okay, and it's not now. But when he gets mad, he takes a big dump in his drawers. I'm serious, okay? You've got him saying my butt's been wiped.
My butt's been wiped. My butt's been wiped. My butt's been wiped.
I had to do that one. I thought that was funny. But that's not the one. I just found it when I was when I was going through that just now. All right, let me find this one here. Where are you? Where are you, bro? Let's see if this one's it. I made this one. And we'll see if this one, but I think it's the, I didn't finish it, but have you guys heard? I'm going to go ahead and play it for you in just a minute. But have you heard Paul Harvey talking about, if this is in 1960, if he were the devil, what he would do? It's what everything that's happening right now. And yes, Miss Juicy, those kids are back and they're getting big because they're back home with us. And that will never happen again. But thank you for checking in. Thank you for the compliment. I try to be a wealth of knowledge on this stuff. If we are not trying every day to, gain more knowledge about our world that's around us, then we will slowly fade into, history will repeat itself. And we're going to have to find a way that we don't go back and make the same mistakes. Listen here. This is one thing I love. Okay. In Revelations, it talks about the 2 prophets because Enoch and Elijah were the 2 men in the Bible who did not meet a human death on earth, right? So in Revelations, they have to come back and they will walk amongst us, and they will um, be put to death, and their human death. I mean, they went to heaven. They've been in heaven all these years as humans, but they will have to meet their human death for speaking up for the Lord Jesus Christ, and it will be done in front of all of us. And we just have to be ready to be looking for this stuff, because I'm telling you, things are happening right now that are painting the end times coming so fast at us, and are going to people are gonna mess up, and it's gonna be too late. You know, sure, I made my mistakes. I've made many mistakes. But one thing I'm not even going to get into and try to preach my innocence, because I don't owe it to anybody. But I know one thing: God blessed us more through. We went through the hardest time of our life, but we also were blessed more than y'all could ever know with things. And we're going through those things now. I told you I just got home from work when all this happened. Um, you don't understand like what I mean by that. When I say I just got home, God will always be there to shine a light on those people that call themselves. Let me say it this way: you ever met somebody that all their Facebook is like Jesus, 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 God, God, God? Their tags are on their car, everything, everything, everything. It's just too good to be true. Well, just be wary of some people that are like that. Now, I'm sure there's people that are really like that, but just be wary, because we all make mistakes. We all fall short, and we wouldn't be human if we weren't. But if we make the same mistake twice, shame on us. But we need to learn to try to find the way out from making those mistakes. I'm not perfect. I fell back because for a long time I got told I was something that I had felt I had beaten. So finally I was like, you know what, I did the wrong thing. I said, let me show you what a drug addict is then. If everybody wants to call me one. And that was the wrong way to deal with it. You know. So I play on this and we'll get going.
Average Americans would also have about the 300,000 children who've been placed with sponsors by the Biden administration's HHS, Health and Human Services, or Office of Refugee Relocation. The New York Times did an investigative piece recently, a couple of them actually, documenting forced labor among some of those children who have been placed with sponsors. But one of the most shocking statistics that was revealed in those stories, that of the 300,000 children who have been placed with sponsors in the United States, not necessarily relatives, could be a parent, could be a distant relative, but could just be a foster home, that in 85,000 of those placements, the 30-day wellness call that is typically made by the administration went unanswered. And so not only does the Biden administration not know where 300,000 children currently reside, what's happening to them, whether they're going to school, whether they're getting health care, whether they're being recruited for gangs, whether they're being trafficked for sex.
I just want y'all to make sure that y'all heard that correctly. That the Biden administration did not know where over 300,000 children were at this point in time, whether they were being trafficked for work, being used as, the SE word, slaves. that's scary. Yeah, now keep listening, please. This is very important.
Or just simply neglected or abused, the Biden administration doesn't know. And the truth is they don't care. Because if they did know, they would do something about it. But they refuse to do so. Even though, as the New York Times documented, high-level officials like Marty Walsh, the former Secretary of Labor, Susan Rice, former domestic policy advisor, among others, were told about what was going on and yet refused to do anything about it. You know, I've wondered as a border state senator, what's it going to take to get the attention of the Biden administration to finally do something about the Biden border crisis? Well, obviously 300,000 children, who are in the United States that they don't know what they are or what's happening to them, what their circumstances are. That's not enough to move them. How about 108,000 dead Americans? Dead because they consume some of the drugs that are smuggled across the southwestern border, including 71,000 from fentanyl. I've gone to high schools, I'm sure my colleagues have too, and grieved with the parents and school officials over kids who thought they were taking a Xanax or a Percocet, but in fact were taking a counterfeit pill laced with fentanyl, enough to kill them. I still wear a wrist bracelet for one I got at Carrollton Farmers Branch, where a father gave me a bracelet that commemorates his daughter who lost her own life as a result of the fentanyl poisoning, and it says, "One pill can kill." Trying to raise public awareness to this.
Let me whisper a secret.
Can kill. Attention. How about 100
cases? A little too far on many occasions, acting very strange in his interactions with kids. Arguably the strangest of Joe Biden's creepy behaviour is his hair sniffing and close proximity to children's faces. Here's just a few of those moments.
Yeah. Let me whisper a secret. Don't tell mommy what I told you.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. He sniffs too many children, that man.
Times when he gently rearranges a young girl's hair and whispers in her ear, then rearranges some more. There's nothing pervy here. The VP knows he's on camera at these swearing-in ceremonies, and the parents are right there as he leans in for a kiss.
Joe! Stop eating the children! This may be some of the creepiest Creepy Joe behavior I've ever seen, and I watch this stuff for a living. Here the president was giving a talk about conservation actions taken by his administration when he spotted, you know where this is going? A small child with lots of very sniffable hair. Let's have a look. Oh, there he goes. He sees the kid. Yeah, picks her up. Yep. Oh, doesn't look happy. She does not look tremendously happy about this. What is going on here? She's saying, "Daddy, can somebody please save me?" No! Joe, no! Mr. President, you can't do this. Don't sniff the hair. Don't take the kid with you. This is... Where are we going with this, Mr. President?
Kevin, go down.
Our old mate Swampy Joe, otherwise known as Creepy Joe Biden, had to apologise when he was trying to become the Democratic nominee for kissing too many people on the hair, sniffing fluffing their hair, being a bit too awkward all the time. You would have seen this over and over and over again. Very uncomfortable. Thanks very much, Mr. Stay away from me. This was a joke way back when, but then of course he wasn't Donald Trump, so we have to pretend that none of this happened. Well, now it doesn't really matter because he can do whatever he wants, including ruining the American economy, and then guess what happens? They'll still keep cheering him on. Well, guess who's just reverted to being creepy President Joe?
But first to the US, and he's back. Yes, Creepy Joe is back. President Joe Biden went off script this week, and it went all wrong when he made these bizarro comments about a little girl while giving a speech at a military base in Virginia. Now, keep in mind, the little girl he's talking about is primary school aged.
I love those barrettes in her hair, man. I tell you what, and look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there with her, like a little lady with her legs crossed.
Ew, what? The little girl is like 8 or 9. Let's not comment on how she crosses her legs and pretend that she looks like she's 19. You can imagine the media meltdown if Trump said anything like that.
Oh no, he's done it again.
Now, a very important thing I told my daughter and granddaughters, no serious guys in your 30s. Right?
No what?
No serious guys in your 30s.
Don't keep that in mind. At least.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all, is it? Getting
up in one. It's really about an issue.
All right. So, yeah, I just wanted you all to see that little thing that I put together a while back. That's just too much. If President Trump would have done any of this stuff, I mean, he would have been not only just talked about, he would have been, probably crucified for it. Yeah, there's way more than that. Hold on a second, let me see if I can get this off of my... We're going to do something real quick. I'm going to let y'all listen to this while I find this video. I think you'll like it, and it'll give me a chance to pull the next part up that I got going on, okay? Thank you guys for your patience, and let's see if I can find it.
Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one. Only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed. My life destroyed. protect you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero.
Alright, I found it, guys. Thank you for bearing with me there, and I'm going to try to take this off because I don't like this right here. If I can get up here to the top. Hold on. I don't like the way it's doing this. Okay, cool. Alright, so this is what I'm going to show you guys. And I think you'll really get a kick out of this one. This is what our Commander-in-Chief will be taking care of the deep state. With his plans will be when he takes over. God willing, he makes it to January. You can change some of this stuff. I've really been worried that they're not done. They're being too quiet about him winning the presidency, and it's scary.
Cards. At Vistaprint, we print the perfect cards for the perfect price. From fun to fancy.
Here's my plan to dismantle the deep state and reclaim our democracy. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. This is how I will shatter the deep state and restore government that is controlled by the people and for the people. Here's my plan to dismantle the deep state and reclaim our democracy from Washington corruption once and for all, and corruption it is. First, I will immediately reissue my 2020 executive order restoring the president's authority to remove rogue bureaucrats, and I will wield that power very aggressively. Second, we will clean out all of the corrupt actors in our national security and intelligence apparatus, and there are plenty of them. The departments and agencies that have been weaponized will be completely overhauled so that faceless bureaucrats will never again be able to target and persecute conservatives, Christians, or the left's political enemies, which they're doing now at a level that nobody can believe even possible. Third, we will totally reform FISA courts, which are so corrupt that the judges seemingly do not care when they are lied to in warrant applications. So many judges have seen so many applications that they know were wrong, or at least they must have known. They do nothing about it. They're lied to. Fourth, to expose the hoaxes and abuses of power that have been tearing our country apart, we will establish a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to declassify and publish all documents on deep state spying, censorship, and corruption. And there are plenty of them. Fifth, we will launch a major crackdown on government leakers who collude with the fake news to deliberately weave false narratives and to subvert our government and our democracy. When possible, we will press criminal charges. Sixth, we will make every inspector general's office independent and physically separated from the departments they oversee so they do not become the protectors of the deep state. Seventh, I will ask Congress to establish an independent auditing system to continually monitor our intelligence agencies to ensure they are not spying on our citizens or running disinformation campaigns against the American people, or that they are not spying on someone's campaign like they spied on my campaign. Eighth, we will continue the effort launched by the Trump administration to move parts of the sprawling federal bureaucracy to new locations outside the Washington swamp. Just as I moved the Bureau of Land Management to Colorado, as many as 100,000 government positions could be moved out, and I mean immediately, of Washington to places filled with patriots who love America, and they really do love America. Ninth, I will work to ban federal bureaucrats from taking jobs at the companies they deal with. And that they regulate. So they deal with these companies and they regulate these companies, and then they want to take jobs from these companies. Doesn't work that way. Such a public display cannot go on. It is taking place all the time, like with Big Pharma. Finally, I will push a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on members of Congress. This is how I will shatter the deep state and restore government that is controlled by the people and for the people. Thank you very much.
And that sounds like a man that doesn't need to be running our country. He's out for us. He wants us to succeed. When he was in office before, we were doing better. Everybody had a better life going on. And you know what? And it's going to get back that way. So, I feel free. Just like I said at the beginning of this, if you have a different point of view than Trump, then that is your opinion. And I said we just all need to be adults about it. It doesn't have to be a fight. But, Kamala, that woman didn't even know what she was speaking about either. She was, what was the sentence she said that made no sense? I don't know. But you know what? We're back. We're going to be doing better, different content now. Random things that y'all probably never thought you would see from us, but I think you'll like it. Let me see if I can get a surprise guest appearance real quick. Hold on. Come here. She's coming to say hello to you guys. No problem. Thank you guys for appreciating what we try to bring out here and talk about. I'm going to go back and do the things that I wanted to do before, talking about, the Nephilim and the things that I feel like that is happening today. And here's somebody that wanted to say hello to you guys.
Hi.
Come over here.
No, I'm good.
Just say.
Hi. I'm here. What?
You don't look beautiful. This is great. We're still together, and we would have never made it through it without each other. But
we appreciate all of y'all's prayers and everything through everything, because it's just been crazy. So.
She said, "Loves your flannel. It looks cozy."
Yeah, it is. Thank you. It's so cold
Who
here.
picked that out for you?
He
Not I.
He gets me the best clothes, actually.
I can do pretty good at picking out women and men's styles, if I have to say so myself.
Too generally.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going back to crochet.
All right.
Here we go. Big circle.
So, yeah, I promised something. Here, let me go over here and see if I can. Oh, no! What did I do? Okay, hold on. I don't know why that didn't. Let's see here. I don't know why this didn't show, but Hold on. See if I can. Hold on, guys. When did that thing start playing again? Huh? Wow. What in the world? Let's see here. Timestamps? No. Okay, anyway. Okay, I'm going back over here. Anyway, that's all we got tonight, guys. I was going to say, I wanted to see, I'll give you a little hint. And I'll put it here. Hold on. Okay. Oh, no. Sorry, the thing didn't type right. I want to put this down here. If anybody would like to if anybody would like to come up and chat, there's the link. Come up and say hello for a minute, talk with me for a minute, and then we'll let this thing be over with for the night. I'll see if it happens. If it doesn't, then we'll go. Oh, thank you, guys. Oh, I put the link up for anybody. If anybody wants to come up and talk for a minute, you're welcome to. We will. And then we'll let this thing go. I want to get y'all's thoughts on this information I shared tonight. Anybody. But I ain't going to sit here and look dumb forever. I'll let it go for just a minute. So if you're coming, please come on. I just want to chat with some of you guys. I think it would be fun. Too scared. It's okay. Alright. Oh, cool. I'm glad you guys liked it. We'll do some more of it. I got a lot more in store. Just click on the link and it'll bring you into the backstage, and I'll let you come up. Uh-oh. Let's see what's up. Okay.
Hey, Mr. Cam.
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. How's you and Mrs. Allie doing?
We're doing good. Did you see her just a second ago?
Yes, I did. She is still
She's-
just so beautiful.
Thank you. I know she would love hearing you say that. She's like, I'm going back here. She crochets all the time now, so that's her thing. She's gotten
Well,
really
I do
good at
too.
it. Though. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. She makes some things that I could never even think about making, but like even for her Crocs. But she's good at it, and I have to give her that. And I wish I had a talent like that. But
I am so proud of you too.
thank you so much. You know, I'm glad you came out because I want to explain this to people. Because yeah, I'm not going to deny I did a live that. You know, people are like, yeah, you had issues. I did. I fell back, but you know, it didn't happen when everybody was saying it was. I was getting accused of it a long time, but then I fell off. But I did. I owned up for it, and I was like, okay, when I said I'm going to go get help, and I did, and you know, she had her whole world torn apart. She's never done anything in her life till this happened with the kids, and it about killed her. And she's been through something that I've dealt with these kind of problems, addiction and stuff, my whole life. She hasn't. She's seen me do it, but to watch her be as strong as she did, and how I'm so proud of her. And you know, not only did the good Lord bring us out of that, but we are, we were given something pretty awesome for a career. And the kids are back and everything, and they, one of the guys at courts was like, I didn't think this was going to happen. Y'all weren't gonna. We didn't think you'd get them back, but y'all proved us wrong. I said, I told you from the beginning that y'all had nothing on us. And I said then that we were going to get our kids and we would fight till the end. And, I understand that some people have the job to do, but I also know that when we started the Summer Wells case and we started talking about things, if people watched our channel, when we started talking about social services and stuff, our channel I couldn't do a live. I couldn't keep it up. It kept getting disrupted. Social services start getting called on us more and more and more. And, when this finally gets actually,
Well, one of the ones that were harassing you guys is now harassing a whole family. They're in Tennessee.
Serious?
Yep.
Is it the one? Is just somebody from a different country above us?
No, she's from our country. Matter of fact, she lives in a nice, sunny Florida.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Well, when this is all said and done, I cannot wait to tell you all you guys what they did to us, and how I want y'all to answer how they got away with what they did. They had nothing on us. We never felt it. Look, we admitted our faults, but we failed no urine screens in a year's time for those people. People were like, "Oh, I could," they wouldn't take your kids if you didn't fail. I'm telling you right now, my hand to God, I got paperwork to show it. Failed not one urine screen for them for a year. passed hair follicle tests for them. Tell me how they waited to take exposure hair testing on our children 6 weeks out of our care. How can that be accurate? My mom is a well, I can't say no more about that. But I'm just, there was a lot of things that went down that I saw that you don't have to really, they don't have to have anything on you to do what they want to. They don't.
You're
They
so
do
right.
what they want to. And
I
we
covered
did,
this summer, Cam, a case out of Oklahoma where DHS took the guy and his wife's child from him, and
just
he's still fighting.
see, and this with us, they never did an investigation. They didn't see the kids in their home environment. They waited. My mom said she was taking the kids camping. They never did. Came and said, "Hey, let's see the kids at their home. Let's do a home investigation." They never did that. They advised my mom to change them schools, everything, without her having custody or anything. That's illegal. And we couldn't do anything about it because by the time it was over with, it was like boom, boom, boom. When we found out about it, and when we found out about it, it was too late. They had already done had a court case. But one thing I was happy about, the judge said, "You tricked these parents into signing a safety plan," and that was what they told us that it was a just a thing saying that we were all there. Just say sign saying you were here today, whatever. But they said it was a safety plan in court. So the judge was like, "Shame on you because you lied to them, saying that it was something under false pretense." And I was like, "Well, Your Honor, if they did that, doesn't that show that they will do anything?" Well, I don't know. I don't know the who was completely behind it, but I do know some things that are very awkward. Like one of the caseworkers has just disappeared and went back to another state while he was on here. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Like I said, this poor guy, he reached out to me. I was like, "Look, I can put you on my channel." I'm not a very big channel. I'm telling you. We were lucky if we get 200 in there, type thing. I'll put you on my channel. I had Dippy, and you remember Dippy probably. Dippy Escapes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had Dippy come on and help me with the interview and everything, and got it out there for him.
And did anything happen?
Matter of fact, he actually got, after that, an interview with the state of Oklahoma, and that's as far as I've been, in communications with him.
I did 2 lives talking about what was going on in court. My own attorney, me and Allison had 2 different attorneys, paid attorneys, and our own attorneys plus the guardian ad litem, all they had their main thing, and social service, was you do not talk on YouTube about anything. I said, the judge hasn't said anything about that. I said, why the problem? I said, does this have to, the very first thing that came, at the little meeting we had, that they did our false safety plan. They said that was their main rule, that we needed to shut our channel down that day. I said, why? I said, what has our channel done? And I said, that's been nothing. It's done a lot of positive things. They gave us no reason for it. I still refuse. I said, I'm not gonna take it down. Because they have no right to tell you to take anything down like that. They just don't want the truth being told.
Well, he was told by the cops in his area to reach out to social media, to media, to, reach out, because that was the only way he was going to get his daughter back.
That's awesome that he lived in a community like that. Me and Allison live in a community just like the Wells live in. where the sheriff doesn't have to search for months and things can go where they don't look for summer between in 6 month periods. They don't want to do anything, any kind of investigation. We
Oh,
live in the same
Cam.
kind of area.
Cam, you're
Hmm.
so naive. If you
I know.
come to Oklahoma, I'm from Southern Oklahoma. We have a case here that's been going on now. Let's see here. My son he'll be 11. It'll be 12 years in July.
Oh, God.
And the sheriff is part of it.
Wow.
Yeah, look up the Molly Miller case. Molly and Colt.
I've heard of that case, and I wanted to, honestly, this comment says, honestly, from a legal perspective, I'd agree to censor what you say from strategy terms of your case. Not right, but the things I talked about had nothing to do with anything with our case, not the like the specifics or anything. I just talked about, we're in a court battle. This is what we're doing. We're not giving up. Just ask for prayer, and they told me that I couldn't even do that. So they didn't want us even speaking on it. They said that we had too much influence, and they did not like when I don't know if y'all remember when somebody called on our kids' school and they talked to them unannounced twice, and the same caseworker dropped the case within a couple of weeks. Well, I went on a live, did a few videos about things you don't have to do when social services comes to your door. They didn't like that. They told me that I had too much of an influence. I shouldn't tell people their legal rights. What? I said, I was in a twilight zone. I said, it's okay. I'll continue to tell people's legal rights because some people don't know. But,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. But,
No.
thank you for helping those people. That's the same thing with, yeah. Oh, gosh, I wish I'd have remembered. Maybe I'll do that next time. You remember Keegan that from Knoxville, his dad was from Alaska that we helped find?
Yes, I do.
Well, yeah, I got an update letter from them and one from the girl, Lexi Dykes. And hold on a second, I want to read that one, y'all. Yeah, go ahead, and if you have any, yeah, go ahead, and I can hear you. I'm just going to pull something up real quick.
Oh, I remember when you guys found both of them. Do I, Cam?
Yeah, that was like she's the one that called in to our live stream, and Sheriff Lawson and Hawkins County said that they didn't need to be bothered on the weekends. They would handle it on a Monday or something. And we kept up with that poor girl till I guess the beginning of the week. Allison actually did, and I just found that just.
Well, the new Tennessee case, I don't know if, and I know you
blew
kind
my
of walk
mind
away
that
from
they
that
didn't
stuff.
care that much, and then they arrested her. What?
I know you're walking away from cases and stuff. Sebastian Rogers
like
case out of
Summer and all that?
Hendersonville. Sebastian Rogers.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've looked at that or even thought about that one, or have any thoughts on that one.
Yeah. I do. Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'm almost got to pulled up. Sorry. Oh, I hate Facebook. Okay. Sorry, guys. Bear with me 1 second. I've almost got this pulled up. Okay. Okay. Let's find her real quick. Um, Allison? Okay, here she is. Hmm. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry.
Take your time, Cam. Don't stress.
This stupid thing, I cannot stand Facebook, like when I have to go through and try to find um, something from Messenger. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can share this with all you so that we can hopefully look at it all together. I found it. Thank you for calming me down. I freak out very easy if you
I
couldn't
know.
tell
I
there.
think I've been around for how many years now?
Yeah, right. Gosh, it's so bad. I thought by now I might have gotten a hold of that, but obviously not. Okay.
No, anxiety will always be an evil witch that stabs us in our side.
Right. And it always happens. Like screen sharing was canceled because selected tab. Okay. I'm just going to do my entire screen right here. So we'll see how this works. Okay. Oh no. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Or could you? Could you see it for a minute?
Could for a minute. Like I said, if it was on a bigger screen, I might be able to, but I'm on my
Okay.
phone. So
She said, this is her, I'll read it to you guys. She said, just wanted to let you guys know I got my stuff together and I'm in college and everything now, working full time in a pharmacy. Thank you guys for looking out for me and the prayers that were needed at that time. I was in a dark place personally, struggle with my own demons at that time. So thank you. I said, thank you so much for the update, and we've always kept you in our prayers. So glad to hear you're doing good. If you ever need anything, let us know. We're here. That the other day though was, I mean, I couldn't ask for a better thing just to look down and read when we were at work.
yeah.
Clear. Did y'all hear me when I read it?
Yes, we heard you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man, that poor girl, like I said, she ended up getting arrested when she was just trying to run away from a bad situation that her her mom had passed away, or her papa had passed away, and she was made to live with her mom. That was a toxic situation. So, but anyway, you guys, thank you so much for tonight. And this was kind of just a, put something together quick. And I got home from work about 8:30, and I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna miss it again because I was at gymnastics, the last live I had scheduled with my daughter. But yeah, thank you for coming up and actually being brave enough and actually wanting to be seen talking to me.
I've never been.
I don't care
I even
about that.
emailed y'all even back then. You guys need someone to vent to. I'm always around. Because
Thank you.
I seen how everyone kept coming at you, and I was like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all because that's not going to help him and Allie. Right now in this situation, this is not helping.
Yeah. and people were like, the one thing that really hurt us the worst was the one person that we thought really cared about us. She did help us get our attorneys and stuff, and we didn't ask her for that. But then she turned around and just like went after us and made, and I mean, that broke my heart. But you know what? God has a way of showing you people's true colors before it's too late. So,
Yes.
you know, we had to move on. We moved on and we made everything got better. I mean, it got worse before it got better. I'll be honest with you. We went through a time we were living in a motel, and I'd gotten a job working at a place, and I came home from work, and a family member that's in law enforcement ended up making us lose our motel room, make me lose my job all in a course of like 5 hours. And that hurt. But then God is, like I said, He's on time, man. He made it to where we have a career that they can't take it away from us now. So, so it's
that's
been awesome.
good.
Yeah. But thank you. Yeah, thank you again for coming up, and it's good to talk to you. And I'd like to come on your channel sometime, maybe if you'd like to talk more. I'm not done. I wanted to tell everybody I'm not done with covering certain cases. I just had to step away because that's a lot of dark energy for, you know,
Yeah.
it can be a lot. And especially when I had the certain the hater brigade that was behind me all the time coming at me. It's just not good for anybody's like
Well,
well-being.
the same people who hated you decided they were going to hate on me.
Oh no.
And my thing was, is
Did they
guess what? This same person, she made me a mod. Now I'm talking about the purple-headed demon. If you think. Lives in the north. Lives in the north.
Okay.
Yeah. She on her birthday decided to call me everything except for a child of God. Because do you remember checking convictions?
Yeah.
She passed away last year in November from cancer.
I do. I remember hearing about that. Oh gosh.
Well,
I
I
didn't know
was
if that
friends with
was
checking.
true.
Yeah, I was friends with checking. So I messaged checking, or I messaged Cher. I was like, hey, Cher, you might want to reach out. You know, I know you were friends at the beginning. At least reach out to her family and let them know you're thinking about her. You know, well, I have to have proof that this happened.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here telling you it's happening. I'm telling you to reach out to her family who has her phone. What else do you need? You know?
Right.
I'm a mod of yours. Why are you asking me these questions?
She said that I left. Go ahead.
Huh?
No, go
So
ahead,
she
finish what you were saying.
she told everyone to stay away from me, that I was evil, and all I did was try to cause drama. And I'm like, okay, whatever, woman. We all know your true colors. You know, we all are seen.
She came on that same live that White Boy had where that person came after me in alley, and she said that I left my brother to OD and die in a bathroom or something. And I was like, when did this happen? That was not factual. She immediately went to try to get in the middle of everything, like reaching out to my mother and everything. And I was like, boy, I was like, you know, I was like, some things just don't need to be on here. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, they can be like they will be, and I will never be the same towards them. If they ever go through something like that, they don't have to worry about me coming at them like that. They'll have me actually being like, look, I know what it's like to go through that, and you're going to need your space for a little while because I promise you, there ain't no love here. There is, but not like, I mean, when you're going through something, it's time to, you know, you got to focus and step away and get. So
After they
because,
did
yeah,
that to you and that happened, I walked away from YouTube for I think about at least 2 months. I might have came back in January. And I
yeah,
finally decided to put my foot back in the water. I was like, he isn't going to get bit off, you know.
I started doing little TikToks here and there, and then I would do shorts and do stuff. But yeah, I mean, yeah, because I like people are like, you don't need to be on here. I like doing this stuff. I enjoy it, and especially when you can bring information to people that they don't know about. There was a lot of stuff in Summer's case that I wish I could have continued talking about because there was a lot of stuff that I found out that I don't think that anybody knew about, and the cops didn't care to hear about it. So,
Well, I'm finding out stuff now that I don't remember being mentioned in the case early on. And I'm going, huh? It's like, wait a minute, I don't remember that.
like
You
you're giving
know, well, okay, so you know that Ziggy married Fred, right?
yeah, yeah,
Okay. I didn't know if
yeah,
you knew that. Well, I
yeah.
was listening to someone today talk about the fact that Fred made the remark he passed Andy twice on the road.
Now, who said this?
Fred.
Yeah, I remember him
Okay.
saying that, but the
He
problem with
hinted
that,
to, well, he hinted to that Damien, whatever the kid's name was,
yeah.
had taken Summer down to the end and was meeting Andy down there.
Okay, so his story chain. He first said that because what I didn't like about this is with Fred is he called Damien Andy Jr. for the longest time. If he's related to Andy, he would know that Andy's son was named Damien, not Andy Jr. Said that
Mm-hmm.
he was in a blow up swimming pool with her at the age of 19. That's where he first said he saw her, and then he said that I don't know if you remember that I heard from Candace and from other people that Damien got caught running through the woods and stuff while people were working up there, like got caught setting off the alarm at the bottom of the driveway because he didn't know it was there, like the exact bus trail where the dogs had hit and everything. So, and I brought a witness on my show that talked about that because I
And
believe
see,
Damien.
I've brought this up. I've brought this up several times. Matter of fact, I brought this up to Arctic Fox here recently on Diego's channel.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a big one, and I actually have that whole live still in my video section. If you ever want to use it to for reference, go ahead. But
Okay.
yeah, I think it's called it's there's three different witnesses that I brought on because it happened three different times. So, and like people, and this was early on.
Well, see, and there's been two people that I always looked at suspiciously. One being Jody Sue. The other one, and this is going to throw everyone off, but I always suspected Candace's best friend and H's family.
Yeah. Now, her best friend, BD, which one?
Allie.
Oh, yeah. Now, there's something weird there because I don't necessarily believe that she would have went out and talked to Candace that day if they were fighting.
I
And
kind of feel
said,
the same way.
yeah, I don't believe that happened. I think that, I still believe that I have questions about them bringing the Penske truck or U-Haul van down here.
Uh-huh.
And then the whole thing with people, Justice for All won't let you say anything about Dumaflotch that was down here staying with them. He ended up mailing a phone back to Allie's ex, and there's just a lot to that. I think that his story didn't make sense at all. His timeline saying that that Don got out of jail and he'd gotten in Don's stat, all that crap. Don wouldn't have been there at that time, and he would have been gone at that time. I don't know. There's a lot I got to get refreshed on, but I'll make
But
it
it's like
make sense.
wasn't Dawn in Utah whenever they were?
He came back. He rushed back one night. This is the last night,
Uh-huh.
and he came back with his son. He actually got pulled over on the way home by an officer. They made it back. Him and dude got, what's his name? Oh gosh,
Oh gosh. Oh god. Jose.
Him and Jose got in a fight, but it was more or less him and Candace, I guess. And Candace went to court and said to let Don out. But at this time, this was the big thing about Grandma had to take Jose. Yeah, I didn't think he had a job while he was living there, but he did. I ended up finding out he did have a job. He worked for a cat scratching posts company that made cat scratching posts. But
yeah, I heard that from somewhere too.
Yeah, that was accurate. But he had Grandma take him to South Carolina, and a lot of people thought it was North Carolina from the beginning, but it was South Carolina, or vice versa, one of the two. I have to go back and look. But yeah, it was a lot of lies being told, and the way that he was saying that he caught Summer down behind a house and all this, and the shower thing too that he said about Dawn and having Summer in the shower. He wouldn't have been there when Dawn was there taking showers, because Dawn went to jail the first night he got there.
So that was the first night he got there that the 911 call was made.
That's right. That's right. He was
and
not there.
they found the black powder gun.
Yep. It was it was a little pistol thing that Don had.
Yeah.
And
it was a black powder pistol. Yep.
Oh my God! Look at this, Steenie 1620 Cam mooching off Summer. Actually, Steenie, I want to just let you in on a little something. I'm glad you're out of here, but what I was going to say before you leave is this live was not about Summer. We're just having a discussion about it. Nobody's mooching off of her, and honestly, you're looking for trouble. But if you want to come up here, you're more than welcome and have your.
And if anyone had brought up Summer's name, that would have been me. First off. Second off, I'm friends with Candace still to this day. Probably always will be.
Yeah. These are freaking good discussions right here, because these things need to be talked about, because that little girl is still missing. And I'm sorry, that freaking sketch that was done of her does not look like her. And
Candace has said the same thing.
She's too pretty. She would be way prettier than that sketch.
Not only that, that girl looked way older.
Exactly.
Like, way older.
Roger Wimmer is talking. Kim, can you tell me about the paranormal experience you had before? Which one are you talking about? About when I was on that one show on Bigfoot Odyssey? You need to hear Allie tell you that story. It'll freak you out. But that guy that ran the channel Bigfoot Odyssey, he passed away in a car wreck. He told me that all three of his best friends had passed away, and he knew he would be the last one, and it happened like 2 weeks after me being on that show. It was terrible. Oh yeah, that's what you're talking about. I'll do that on the next live, Roger. Yeah, I wouldn't mind to talk about that. I'm going to be covering some new stuff. But guys, I'm going to get off here. It's late. I have to get up and go back to the old place of work tomorrow. So I appreciate you coming up. I'm going to spend some time with my wife, and Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everybody that was here. Thank you for coming up tonight. I really
Well,
appreciate
Cam,
that.
if I don't catch you before the 11th, I have to tell you happy birthday, twin.
Oh, is your birthday? Yours is the 11th.
Yes.
I remember that. Awesome. And well, I probably shouldn't say it, but one of my offsprings is the 3rd. And
Aw.
yeah, so one of them's got my month and one of them's got my day. So, but it's thank you so much and happy early birthday to you if I don't talk to you before. Thank you guys so much. I'll let you hop off here and then I'll close this thing out.
All right. Later, Cam.
Happy birthday, early birthday.
You too.
Bye. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I had a good time tonight. For real, this I'll talk about summer until the end of time, until that little girl's found or something is brought out. Because out of all these big time investigators and all that have been brought into this case, I did a live not too long back, and you can watch it just a couple weeks ago. Court TV had a YouTuber on giving out false information saying that Don Wells brought out the red truck. Well, it wasn't Don Wells that brought out the red truck. It was a delivery driver that delivered on 110 Ben Hill Road every day and couldn't remember if he passed the red truck on the 14th or the 15th or the 13th. And he was very close with law enforcement and gave that information. So that's where that came from. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate it tonight. You know what? I say a short prayer because I don't care what anybody says. I will pray till the end of time. God changed my life. He continues to change my life every day. We go through hardships. If you say you haven't sinned and you don't fall short, then maybe you need to get on your hands and knees and pray too. But we'll pray and we'll get out of here. Dear Lord, thank you for everything. Thank you for the comeback tonight. Thank you for people being woke up to the lies of this evil government that we've been living under. Lord, we pray that this president can get all this squared away and we can go back to having a nation that believes in you and puts you first, God. Thank you, Lord, for us being able to be here. Thank you for my wife. Thank you for my children. And if anybody else is going through the same problems we've went through or is dealing with any kind of addiction or just not having their children around, we know it's not easy and it's a hard journey. But Lord, I just hope that they see you and put you first and you carry them through. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Thank you guys so much for being here. Till next time, I'm Cam. Allie's in there. We love you and keep on cracking. God bless you guys. Let me see if we got the end one out here. There it is. I'm going to add it different because I don't like that one. Hold on. Where'd you go? Oh, there it is. I almost got it. There we go. Oh my gosh. Please. I'm going to set this. Oh my gosh. Please let me. I guess that's the one it's going to be. It's not going to let me set my freaking outro, guys. I got it. Thank you. All right, let's get out of here. God bless you. Y'all have a good one. Later.